Someday we'll get paid for this.
Hello, friends. It's time for Scrapple News. I'm A.P. Tigger, as you and I well know. And from high atop the Scrapple News Towers in downtown Philadelphia, here comes tonight's Scrapple News. We open tonight with two stories featuring Jersey's favorite media hog, Governor Chris Christie. Last week, the gluttonous Gov showed up on NIGHTLINE to open up about his grotesque obesity, how hard it's been for him to lose weight, and how mean people are to make fun of him for looking and acting like an angry hippo.
Some people, drink too much. Some people take drugs. Some people eat too much.
There are some people who are just, incredibly nasty and ugly and horrible, Christie said. Don't I sound like him?
Are you stupid?
That's just the way it goes, I said again, sounding like Chris Christie.
You must be the thinnest skinned guy in America.
He also talked a lot about how being a fat whale of a human being doesn't mean he's undisciplined.
Sometimes people need a pat on the back and an arm around them. Sometimes they need a kick in the rear end.
As we've often noted here at Scrapple News, if anyone knows incredibly nasty and ugly and horrible, it's Christie himself. This is, after all, the man who berates constituents.
Are you stupid?
Cuts funds to public schools and human services, tried to cut families from Medicare, and suggested that he wanted to beat a female legislator with a baseball bat.
Damn right he should.
But the governor turned into a cartoon. South Park's Eric Cartman, to be precise.
I like to be wined and dined after I've been
Only 3 days later, as he tried to start a fight with a constituent on the Jersey Shore, while clutching an ice cream cone as big as his head. So much for dieting and discipline. Hey, Gov, got any cheesy poofs?
I love cheesy poofs. You love cheesy poofs.
Are you stupid?
Governor Rick Perry announced this week that Texas would not expand Medicaid under Obamacare.
We're not going to participate in exchanges. We're not going to expand Medicaid. We're just not going to be a part of, again, socializing health care in the state of Texas.
This single spiteful act could keep as many as 1.5 million Texans ineligible to receive Medicaid. And that's bad news for Texas, which already has the highest percentage of uninsured residents and the worst medical care in the country.
Expand this program is not unlike adding 1,000 people to the Titanic. You're going to further drive this country into debt.
What he doesn't seem to realize is that under Obamacare, the Fed has the right to implement a state exchange with any state that refuses to do so itself.
Going in direct conflict with our founding fathers' wishes and freedom for that matter, people need to be free to make those decisions about their health care.
So old Rick is rebelling against federal involvement in health care by handing control of Texas health care over to the federal government. Good job, Rick. That'll show 'em. I'd like to wish everyone in the Occupy movement's Guitarmy good luck in reaching New York safely. Hats off to you brave souls for making the 7-day, 99-mile trek from the Liberty Bell to Wall Street with a guitar in your arms and a song in your heart.
Right now we're in Trenton, New Jersey, and we walked here from a farm in Pennsylvania. The great thing about Occupy is that shit just happens. Like, a lot of it you don't really even need to talk about.
Bless you, minstrels of the revolution. I'd be out there with you, but I've been busy making the big bucks here at Scrapple TV. That, and it's hot as fuck out there. Seriously, have you been outside in the last 10 days? I left the house the other day to get the mail, and I thought I'd entered the 7th level of hell. I support you and all. But I don't want to be the first person to pass out from the heat exhaustion during a chorus of The Times They Are A-Changin'.
For the times they are a-changin'. Oh.
Would you? And speaking of the heat, is there any better beverage for the global warming apocalypse than a refreshing Newbold IPA from the Philly Brewing Company. If you're like me, and I know I am, I think not. Newbold, the beer to drink while the world burns down around you. Oh, folks, if you only had my taste buds right now. In celebrity news, looks like Katie Holmes is finally leaving her closeted husband, Tom Cruise. Oh, it's not because he's gay. Nobody gives a shit about that kind of thing anymore. Rather, it's because Cruise planned to indoctrinate their daughter into Scientology.
This is St. Hill Manor, headquarters in the United Kingdom, and once Ron's home. This is the founding church in Washington, D.C.
So what do you say? We need to clean this place up? Huh?
This, Scientology, is a religion so goofy and predatory that even fundamentalist Mormons, including the ghost of Mitt Romney's pop-pop and his 37 wives, shake their heads and say, "Are you really that gullible?" They shake their heads and say that. I'm A.P. Ticker, and I have soiled my magic underwear.
I looked for trouble and I found it, son.